Boys to men after they lose the money. Behind the music. Y'all should have Augustus join you. Oh, I want a cake. I'm like Sean, hold my cake. What's your color? Wait, I know you weren't you walking like French. You're walking like French. You see, I'm gonna coordinate. Who? You got a scarf? Yeah, take them with you. Sir. You got a scarf? I'm going. Listen. Have a seat over here first. Here's your seat, man. Once Trenton talks, have a seat, we'll get started. Yes. When Trenton talks, we listen. Don't get seated, sir. Don't come in here.
No, I do it in the bond. Yeah, cutting up.
Good evening, everybody. Go ahead and get started.
Good evening.
I was voluntold we gotta get started. Does everyone have an agenda? All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Before we do, I want to make sure that we all know who's in the room So we're going to start with our usual fashion. We're going to start by you saying your name and the organization you represent, and also if this is your first meeting or not. So I'll start to my right.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Johnson-Smith. I serve as operations manager for Trenton, and this is not my first visit.
Hello, everyone. My name is Veronica Kendrick. I'm the response team coordinator for Community on the Women's Space.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amina Abdullah, Community Street Team Virtual Intervention Program. I'm also the outreach person for the Neighborhood Team Association. This is not my first time here.
Good evening, everybody. I'm T.H.E.S.I.S. I'm from the Line of Interventions for Trenton Street Team. Also,
Not my first visit.
Good evening, Detective Coordinator, Trenton Police Department, Community Affairs, North Ward Liaison.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rashawn Saunders, they call me Miss Jiggy. I work with Trenton Community Street Team under the VIP and case management, and this is not my first visit.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Gloria Carter. I'm a Community Engagement Associate and Community Organizer with T.H.E.S.I.S, and this is my first visit.
Welcome.
My name is Danny Higgins. I'm with T.H.E.S.I.S also, and this is definitely
Ryan Stevens, Senior Program Coordinator for Volunteers in America. This is not my first one.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rita Holly. I am on here on behalf of 120 East State, Moms Demand Action, Mercer County Commission on the Status of Women, and the United Mercer Interfaith Organization, all of whom I work with. And this is not my first meeting. And I wrote down my reminder because I would not remember what I wanted to say about all four of them.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Angela Campbell. I use she/her pronouns. I'm a community relations specialist with the New Jersey Division on Civil Rights.
hello, everyone. My name is Sonia Hilton. I'm the coordinator for communications for virtual interventions for Trenton Street Team.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mohammed Burley. I founded the Trenton Talks and Media platform. I also work in the office for Mercer County Executive Dan Benson. And I'm a basketball coach.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joel Tyson. I'm the treasurer for the apartment house. And this is not my
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, everybody. My name is Amina Abdullah. I am a part of the African American Coalition down in the House of Black Women. And this is my
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rich Morris, and I'm affiliated with Midnight Gate. From the year 2021, when we met me at ADAC, I served 30 years since free. And that's why I'm affiliated. This is my first week.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nick Daniel Jackson. I'm a member of Power Community National Coordinator for Trenton.
Everyone, my name is Joseph Jones. I'm Assistant Coordinator for Care. This is not my first visit.
Good evening, everyone. Jamel the Trenton Street Team with our
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Hall. I'm a high-risk interventionist at Trenton Community Street Team. I'm also Director of Communications for Razor Sharp Office.
Good evening, everyone. Alex Rodriguez, Hybrid Trenton Community Street.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Bobbitt. I'm in the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs and also Citizen Service. It might be my last. This is not my first meeting.
Don't go to Mental Hope, coordinator of T.H.E.S.I.S. It's not my first meeting, won't be my last.
Jason Rogers, Chairperson, Fathers Amendment Letter for a Better Trenton. Trenton Community Street Team, lead high risk individuals, and city pastor supervisor. This is not my first meeting.
Good evening, everyone. I am Safety R. I am a proud Trentonian. I'm from Whip Section.
There you go. I forgot to say that.
Hello, Mike. T.H.E.S.I.S, not my first meeting.
Good evening, everyone. Roberta Morgan, high risk interventionist, Trenton Community.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Deja. This is my adult. Yes, I am the outreach worker for Trenton.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nevaeh Hollett, and I am Trenton Community Street Team Communications Coordinator.
And you supervise people.
And I supervise people.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Terry Shaw. Oh, wait. Come on now. You snuck in. Come on. Come on.
Hi, everybody. My name is Taekwon Business, Special Projects Manager at House. I run the art department at House. This is my first meeting.
Hello, everyone. I'm Douglas Connie, Asher Madon, Dean of James Carney campus. Not my first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Monique Tiggett. No, it's not my first meeting. I am an outreach specialist and the creator of College College.
Did I miss anyone? Going once, going twice. Once again, good evening, everyone. My name is Perry Shaw. I am Executive Director of Building Better Way for Trenton and also Director of Trenton Community Street Team. The reason why I said Building Better Way first was the fact that Building Better Way, along with Fathers Amendment United for Better Trenton, with the parent company T.H.E.S.I.S, created Trenton Community Street Team. That's when two local nonprofits come together, our grassroots, and one large nonprofit comes together for the purpose of serving the community. I'm also a proud resident of Wilbur Section as well. Yes. So, listen, I'm glad we got the police here. We're not doing this. There we go. See? I was talking about where I'm from. So, real briefly, everybody, just want to go over some house rules. Number one, we have an abundance of snacks, of Danishes. Somebody mentioned about the strawberry Danish being the best. I don't know about that. But we also have chips and we have water. Now, water can come into this room. No chips, no Danishes, no snacks. You heard me say that, right? Okay. Last time we walked in, somebody had made a mess and it wasn't us, right? We clarified. I'm just saying, in case y'all don't know. All right? Let y'all know. But anyway, restrooms are straight out that way. Once again, water inside, snacks outside. All right? Other than that, we will try to get through this meeting in about an hour or less. I know for most of you, the weekend starts tomorrow. And for some of you, it starts tonight.
7:01.
So we want to be mindful of that. So I know for most of you, you've been running all day. And for you to come here and not go home first really shows that we care about our city. And the only way we can get things done is in a collective measure. So we appreciate you for that. We thank you for that. Trenton deserves that, and Trenton appreciates you coming out and showing up like you are today. So thank you. So moving on, I just want to talk about why we're here and why Trenton Community Street Team exists and why Restorative Street Team exists. We're here because we care about our city. We understand that when it comes to violence, it's a public health crisis. For years, people thought that when violence happens, the best way to resolve violence is to lock people up. That's not a deterrent. The best way is to address the root causes of violence, to understand the issues and problems our communities have. to understand about disinvestments that have occurred in Trenton for years, whether it's housing, whether it's education, whether it's health, mental, physical, maternal. That's the real way of how you can reduce violence in our city. And it has to be a collaborative effort. Every one of you are a part of the public safety ecosystem. Whether you're in law enforcement, whether you're in education, whether you're in religious services, or what have you, we all play a part. But the most important part is the part that the community plays. And that's why we're here, to get that megaphone, to make sure that we're at bridge for information. A lot of times people say the same thing, and nothing happened in Trenton. And that's false. There's a lot that happens in Trenton. But the one thing we have to work harder at is being communicators to the community about what's going on. And that's why we're here. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. On our agenda, you do see community walk results. Usually, we have the young lady to my right giving the community walk report, but she's feeling under the weather. Even though she was feeling under the weather, she still showed up. So let's give her a round of applause, please. It's gonna be all right. So, our community walk took place on May 13th. We met specifically on the corner of Lamberton and Furman. We had several partners who showed up. We want to say thank you to all of the partners. So I'm going to name them all. It's about giving people their flowers. We had Unity, Trenton Restorative Street Team, Volunteers of America, Anchor House, Community Affairs, and TPD, Councilwoman Yasmina Gonzalez, and the AG's office. That was a very nice day out there. Very nice day. And because it was so nice, I think this was probably one of our most impactful walks because we didn't get about 5 or 6 steps before we started engaging with people. A lot of people was out there. So in a matter of 1 hour, we had 28 conversations. Some of the issues and some of the points of discussions was about increasing police patrols, getting the parks renovated in the area, addressing issues of people who are unsheltered, drug activity, and transportation concerns. We engaged with a lot of community members who had some stories to tell. We had a person who was in charge at one time of the Guatemalan Civic Association. She talked about her engagement with the community, a willingness to share whatever she had, a willingness to cook for everybody in the community. Because once again, she felt that that's a symbol of being community. Some people felt there was nothing for the youth to do. And we like to hear things like that because when we come with literature, we come with resources, we come with different partners who are able to say, yes, there's a lot to do. When the community heard about all these different things going on, a lot of them said the same thing. We didn't know about it. That's okay. Once again, that's what we're here for. We were focused on trying to make sure that we had a shift in mindset and making sure that we left an impact and had transformational conversations. Overall, when we talk about the community out there in South Trenton, it was very loving, very family-oriented. There were some people who resided out there for about 15 to 20 years. There's one person who lived out there for 30 years. They said they had no intention of moving. Think about that. They said they really felt that area was like family, not just in that household, but that whole entire street. While we were out there, we also encountered a young man who was an entrepreneur, who made his own smoothies. And he had a relationship with the local bodega where they sold his smoothies inside of the bodega. Right. You should know about that. So I had a chance to try the smoothies. I think several of our team members had a chance to try the smoothies, and they were quite tasty. We wound up sitting there for about an hour having a conversation with him. It was Trenton Community Street Team and also individuals from the AG's office as well. And we were talking about his business plan, his strategy, and about why he started making smoothies. And he really broke it down because he wanted to have a positive impact in his community, because he wanted to make effective change in his community. And the thing about it was, when we first walked past the bodega, it wasn't even him who caught our attention about the smoothies. It was his friends who was like, yo, y'all gotta get these smoothies. I'm like, smoothies? He's like, yeah, my man selling these smoothies. Okay, who's your man? And he walked out. I'm his man. And so that sense of community, once again, reverberated throughout those individuals who were standing in front of the bodega. The ones sometimes when people drive past and be mean mugging. The ones who, when people drive past sometimes, are saying they're doing the wrong things. It wasn't. They was doing the right thing. In the midst of those young men, we also encountered a young man who was another entrepreneur who sold clothing and also made beats and was willing to share his beats with young people in the community for free. Once again, that's a sense of community. I end on this. There was a gentleman that we encountered. Initially, he wasn't really beat for the literature that we were passing out, for the hope we were talking about, but we allowed him to talk because he had something to say. Sometimes we will encounter people who are not on the same wavelength, so we think, but they're talking. That's what we want them to do. So we let him talk for about 15, 20 minutes. He talked about the fact that he served 20 years, and 15 of those years was in solitary confinement. I'll say it again. 20 years, 15 in solitary. If you have served 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, 1 decade behind bars, it's traumatizing. Imagine spending multiple years in solitary. So as he began to talk, we began to lean in, we began to listen more. And we started asking him about his journey to transformation. And we started to talk about how some people don't have a support system that he talked about that he had. And then we were able to have that shift in mindset and saying, brother, how about us together be that support system for brothers from home? And at that point, that's when he said, you know what? We can do that. That's that shift in mindset. That's us not giving up on our people. We don't have to always agree to be aligned. But first, we got to listen. And so I want to say once again, thank you to our partners. Thank you to all those who are in attendance. And thank you for South Trenton for showing up. So that was our community walk for May 13th. We look forward to seeing you all for our next community walk, which will be taking place at June 10th. And we're going to be going back to South Trenton. We're going to be meeting on Jersey Street and Home Avenue. If you want to join us, please do so. Please be on time. We get started at 2:45. We say a word, and then we get started and head out to the community. So with that being said, I want to transition over to our TCST report outs. Everybody has a report. What's going on?
Hi, everybody. It's Deja again. So I'll be reporting out for 9th Grade Academy mentorship. Since the last thesis meeting, we conducted one mentoring session on May 12th with 6 young ladies in attendance. The topic focused on nutrition and healthy eating habits. During the session, the girls reviewed the food pyramid to better understand balanced nutrition, participated in a snack or cat game where they identified healthy versions, misleading food choices, and completed a deep barbecue activity plate exercise that allowed them to build balanced meals plates in a fun way. As shared by Yandri and Malik, The goal of the session was for the girls to lead with a better understanding of how to create balanced meals and snacks without shame, judgment, or unrealistic expectations, while recognizing that healthy eating is about caring for their body, maintaining energy, and making thoughtful choices.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Vincent Hall. I am the Director of Communications for Razor Sharp Barbershops. Every month we have a men's conversation in our barbershop. We've been able to successfully draw mixed ages from as young as 9 years old all the way up to those of us with gray hair. And it's really a blessing because, you know, men typically aren't always the best at expressing our feelings, but we've transformed the space that is normally comfortable from a man sitting in a chair communicating with his barber to a man who's sitting in a room openly discussing things that matter. We've discussed subjects such as brotherhood, how to cope with the loss of loved ones, how do we identify ourselves in relationships, and how do our finances affect those identity roles. This year, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we're going to be addressing the subject matter of mental fitness. We also know that the word mental health can be triggering, so we use the word mental fitness because most of us as men know that we have to have some form of physical fitness, and so we use that language so we can identify how do we what do we do and how do we address our mental fitness. So our barbershop conversation will be held tomorrow, May 22nd, 20 Passaic Street at Razor Sharp Barbershop. We invite all men to come and participate, also to share and spread the word. We do feed you. One of our vendors owns the Wingstop in Hamilton, and so he always feeds as well. So we just want to thank everybody for your continued support, and we look forward to continued success.
All right. Good evening again. My name is Roberta Martin, and I serve as the lead high-risk interventionist and community care department supervisor for the Trenton Community Street Team. I'll be reporting out for the community care department this evening. So community care consists of a team of 8 professionals, 2 high-risk interventionists, 2 outreach workers, and 4 hybrid safe passage workers. So our department works daily to connect residents impacted by violence, poverty, crisis, and instability to critical community resources and long-term support systems. This month's reporting period reflects a continued rise in requests connected to economic stabilization and family support services through the city of Trenton. We do a connection of resources across 19 service categories, highlighting the increasing complexity of participant needs and the continued demand for coordinated support services. So during this period, we serviced 18 people in employment services, 15 in housing assistance, 6 in mental health services and counseling, 6 in legal services, 5 in health services, 5 in education, 4 obtaining identification, 3 housing referrals related to violent crimes, 3 on utility assistance, 3 family services, 2 for mediation services, 2 for victim services, child services as well, 1 for vocational, and 1 person for alcohol and drug abuse services. So no direct referrals were made this month for grief services, immigration services, or our miscellaneous service category. So the trends in our service indicate that there are that the residents of Trenton are continuing to experience financial hardship, housing instability, workforce barriers, and increased family level economic strain. Additionally, the increase in requests for counseling, legal services, identification recovery, and violence-related housing relocations reflects the growing complexity of participant cases and the long-term effects of trauma exposure within our community. So the Community Care Department would like to recognize the following partner agencies and organizations that assisted us with serving our communities this month. That would be Volunteers of America, Victory Program, Empowerment House, Catholic Charities, Mercer County One Stop, Unity, Eli's Counsel and Ways, IOS, Ms. Denny's and her Job Readiness Program, Dr. Joan York, and the Trenton Police Department, where we hold office hours Monday through Friday, where we have an outreach worker there to handle pre-screens and just assist participants at that level. So during this reporting period, the Community Care Department partnered with several organizations and community initiatives throughout the city of Trenton. So this month we supported the Children's Future Fatherhood Forum, East Trenton Collaborative, Mayor Questions event, the IOS Spring Celebration, Pathways to Wellness Resource Day, Urban Strategies Initiative, and Trenton Housing Authority Safe Communities event, First Baptist Church Community Day, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Sisters in Strength, and upcoming we also have, we will be supporting the city of Trenton with the Seasoned Saints Day, Brick City Doulas Moms Night Out, Black Maternal Health Bingo, and also Moms Demand Action, the Demand Action Act call that they will be doing this evening. And then, so as the temperature rises in the city, the Community Care Department is encouraging residents, businesses, and organizations to support the Trenton Community, or I'm sorry, it's not Trenton Community, it's the Community Water Drive. Our own T.H.E.S.I.S Smith is, she's going? Okay. So unfortunately, we don't have the flyers here, but hopefully we'll get them out. So T.H.E.S.I.S is doing a request for water, and just water for families, for youth, for unhoused residents. The donations that she is looking for is going to be bottled water, ice, coolers, and cases of drinks. And you can use 118 Montgomery, our hub, as a drop-off to donate anything so that she can distribute this throughout the city during the warmer months. So the Community Care Department remains committed to serving as a frontline bridge between residents and the resources necessary for stabilization, healing, and long-term success. As community needs continue to grow in both volume and complexity, our department remains focused on collaboration, consistency, and community-centered intervention. Together, through collective effort and shared responsibility, we can continue working on building a safer, healthier, and stronger Trenton. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to be reporting out for Toddler's Closet. For those who don't know about Toddler's Closet, it's a program I created under our umbrella where we service families with clothes, strollers, and just family essentials. I really try to have the families when they come have a shopping experience, but without having to spend their own money. I'm located at the East Trenton Community Center at 601 North Clinton. This month was big. I was able to service 21 families. I connected with the Brick City Doulas, and we are now hosting events monthly, and I'm able to service mothers on the spot for that. And I'm working on something big. So in August, we always do a real big book bag giveaway, right? But we forget that the moms have kids that are going to daycare too. So what I want to do is prepare backpacks for moms that got kids going to daycare that consists of a backpack, a small blanket, a sippy cup, and a pack of wipes. You know I know because I got a lot of kids. definitely is going to come in handy for those mothers. So I'm looking for people to donate any of those items. I'm also, since I service so many families in May, I'm short on summer clothes and spring clothes. So if you know someone who wants to donate, this is the perfect time. My flyer is over there in the corner. That has all the information you need, and thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex again. I'll be reporting out for the VIP team, Virtual Intervention Program. A little about that. It's an initiative put together by Judge Thompson from the Mercer County Courthouse, along with Trenton Community Street Team. And basically what he's doing is giving these juveniles that have serious records or charges pending a second chance. Something that's very rare, but something that's awesome on his behalf. They come into our hands. So far we've had 47 participants. In our care, we've been able to reach out to them for 60. So it goes 60 days each participant. For those 60 days is intense. We reach out to them every day. We keep track of them the same way they would as like a PO or a parole officer or something. But with us, it's more from the community. They can speak to us about different things. They can connect to us in a certain way that they wouldn't with, law enforcement. Like I said, we've had 47 participants. I say 46 of them graduated. One got spinning back around, but that ain't about that. So that's everything. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Jason Rogers, Pastor Supervisor. I'm gonna do the midterm report first. We had 2 sessions since our last meeting. Spring break was coming up, so we decided to meet with the young men on March 31st before they went on spring break. We wanted to make sure we did this lesson with them before they went on spring break. This lesson was held by H.R.I. Hall and Mr. Usi on risky behavior and how it matters. Very great presentation by Mr. Hall and Mr. Usi, and role play with them, telling them how getting involved in risky behavior will really mess you up. We want to install in our young men to make better choices and better decisions on a daily basis. Of course, we want them outside having fun, but we want them to understand that hanging in the wrong places, doing the wrong things, or just allowing somebody to lead you in the wrong direction, that's risky behavior. Hanging with the wrong people is risky behavior. So we had a very good session on that. And they went on spring break, and then they came back and had a conversation with us on May 12th. We brought Eric Flowers of Always Burning Fitness, a lifelong friend of mine, very dedicated to the community, but he had made some bad choices himself. He was all-state New Jersey running back for Trenton High. He was recruited by Central Michigan University Division I, where he played 3 years. But after his 3rd year, he made some risky behavior choices and got caught with some CDS coming back from Tampa, Florida. He spent 18 years in federal prison. Since he's been released, he now is CEO and founder of Always Burning Fitness. Anybody who know Tahir Brown that played for the San Francisco 49ers, he trained him, and he trained a whole bunch of young men in the city. He talked to our young men in detail about the choices he made. He loved football, but the choices he made ended up in prison. So how to stay focused, how to really lock in, not only mentally, but physically, on your goals and your decisions, how you want to carry on in life, and how you want to be a role model for your little sisters and brothers and sisters in your community. So Eric Flower did an excellent job. We was very glad to have him on May 12th. And we ended the session with push-ups to let him know that we're not only feeding them mentally and spiritually, but we're feeding them physically always. St. Patrick's report. I can honestly say I'm so glad this year that we have 35 days left of school. These last 2 months have been very challenging, but we are really doing what we have to do. Our monthly St. Patrick's meeting was this morning. I want to have that meeting before thesis to talk with our staff and let them know how great of a job they're doing, because just in the last 13 days, we done had 3 parents come up to schools trying to fight, bringing families to the schools to fight other kids. So we have really been in the mix for the last 2 weeks. Thank God for my management team coming out with extra coverage, talking to the parents, trying to communicate with them and let them know the risky choices they make and bringing your whole family. We had this one young lady, she had everybody from 16-year-old to a 7-year-old with her. I mean, and we out there and we trying to keep the kids safe for these last 35 days of school and push them to get better grades and lock in for this last month. And then we got this stuff going on. You know, we also had an incident where some young people was really making bad decisions and we really had to lock in on them and just show them some love. Not really get hard on them, but just show them, you know, come on, what you're doing, it ain't right. So St.Patrick's, I really truly appreciate y'all. We are continuing to move in a positive way. Those 3,783 students that we have to make sure get out of school, in and out of school safely on a daily basis, they appreciate you. Their parents appreciate you. We're getting calls from parents when they see stuff coming towards us. So the community is really kicking in. I stay in touch with Kima from SSJ, keeping her abreast of what's going on, because when it started at one school, it just travels. It just travels. So we're on top of it. Once again, thank you to Trenton Community Street Team and St.Patrick's and all the work you do on a daily basis. Let's just continue to rock out and continue to pray for Trenton Community Street Team, and we pray for y'all.
All right, last but not least, I will be quick. Again, I'm T.H.E.S.I.S. Thank you, everybody. I am here to provide a health spotlight for the month of May. So I gave everybody a green ball. So this ball is actually lip balm. And we gave a green lip balm. If you read it, it has resilient, MRSA, stigma-free. These were donated for us to provide to you tonight while we give you a little bit of information on this. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and green symbolizes hope, strength, and support for mental wellness. That is why we encourage people to wear green, and we give these people green balls. So the information that I'm going to provide to you is from the National Council on Mental Wellbeing. I'll give you a little bit of info and statistics on mental health challenges. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, an annual observance founded by Mental Health America in 1949 to highlight the importance of mental well-being, educate the public, reduce stigma, and promote support for those affected by mental health conditions. Each year, individuals and organizations come together to raise awareness and advocate for better mental health care and resources. Normalizing conversations around mental health nurtures a more compassionate society where individuals feel empowered to seek help, leading to improved mental well-being for as many people as we can possibly reach. I want to share some statistics with you that we probably aren't aware of. Around 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness every year, undiagnosed. 1 in 20 adults experience serious mental health illnesses every year. 1 in 5 youth have mental health conditions, with anxiety being the most common condition. Globally, about 35% of mental illnesses emerges by the age of 14, with nearly 63% appearing by the age of 25. In 2023, 20% of high school students in the United States also consider suicide. This information is important because we need to be aware of the challenges that many people face every day. It doesn't have a look. You don't know what people are going through unless they can express that. And we need to normalize mental well-being. That's a part of our overall health. If we're not healthy mentally, how can we even focus on any other aspect of our life? So this information is important. I do have some resources that I want to share with you. Mental health and mental well-being is a state of thriving, We believe mental well-being is achievable for everyone, including individuals living with or recovering from a mental health or substance use challenge. So our goal is to pledge to normalize mental well-being. Let's break the stigma and start opening conversations about mental health. Mental health is just as important as physical health. It's okay to not be okay. It really is. That is actually human and quite normal. So we want everybody to join in the pledge today to create more good days than bad. And we can do that by sharing these resources that I have for you on the back table. So I have some information from Catholic Charities, which is one of our biggest behavioral health entities in the city of Trenton. They provide services, they provide early intervention support services, and they have intensive family support services as well. And this is a printout for their child and adolescent counseling services. So I wanted everyone to take advantage of this, and we also have Oaks Integrated Care, another big one in the city of Trenton. You can call each one of their access centers and speak to someone and schedule an appointment to seek the services that you most definitely need. We want everybody to reach out. If you don't need these resources, please share them with anyone who you think could benefit from them. And I want us all to remember that health is wealth, and we have to start as young as possible. So we have resources for our youth and adults. Please take advantage. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you once again to everyone who reported out from TCST. Before we call up our partners in this work, the Trenton Street team, I just wanted to add a few things pertaining to mental health. Usually we have our partners from the County of Mercer who are present. We had a couple of events they had to attend, so I just want to speak on their behalf on a couple of things. Number one, you heard me talk about a little while ago about root causes, about addressing root causes. And you heard me talk about health, mental health as well. A lot of people in our community are struggling with mental health issues right now. And there are also organizations that are there for the community as well. There's an initiative right now that's called Arrive Together. That's with police, social service providers, community members working together, responding together. If anyone's interested, there will be classes coming up so that you can be a part of that process as well. It's called Crisis Intervention Training. If you're interested, let us know. We will make sure that we email you the information. Myself and the gentleman to my right, our operations manager, Heather Johnson-Smith, our instructors for Crisis Intervention Training. There's also something called trauma response training as well. TCST is fortunate enough to be 90% of the trauma response team in Mercer County. When there's an issue or a problem that occurs, whether that's a suicide, whether that's a homicide, or situations that deal with our young people. About 2 years ago, we had several young people who were dying by suicide. We were the ones who responded. We saw this epidemic growing. A lot of our young people are dealing with mental health issues. So if you want to be a part of this process, please show up. Please be there for the community. There are opportunities. If you don't know how to find those opportunities, we're happy to connect you. Just want to make sure that we have that PSA and let you know that the County of Mercer is doing their best to try and address these issues. That being said, I have my brother, Mr. Michael Hilton, come up here and report out in front of the Street.
County of Mercer did donate these $145. Michelle Madu could not make it, but she did send us some supplies. I forgot that piece.
They are very nice.
I was trying to. Thank you.
They are very nice. Very young.
How y'all doing? Mike from the Trenton Street team. H.E.S.I.S. So I'm gonna report out over the last 30 days. Our violence intervention department, we had 4 outreach events. We served over 150 people, helping those people find jobs. With our boxing and fitness program that we have every Wednesday at Dunn Middle School, we serve about 15 kids. Each and every Wednesday, we got the food pantry at the church, 34 Pennington Avenue at the GMT Church at 12:30 every Wednesday. We serve about 200 people there. Also, we in the hub now. I don't know if everybody know that. We in the hub downtown. We run it a little different from the people who had it before, but basically what we're doing there is we pretty much got like 3 services that we do. So we're doing a boxing and fitness program, we're doing mentorship, and then we're also doing Restore the Circles with the kids down there. We open kind of like still working out the schedule, but it's 2 to 8. It's 2 to 8 p.m. right now. I don't want to say Monday. I'm gonna say for sure Tuesday to Saturday. Monday up in the air, and then Saturday it's from 12 to 6. So right down there, it's the third floor, 16 West Front Street at the Safe Passage. It was 3 incidents at Highland Middle School. It was 3 fights there. The team was able to break it up. They had a circle with the kids that was there. Spoke with their parents. So it's looking like that's pretty much in the bud between those kids. Trenton High really wasn't nothing. A couple of my altercations with just kids arguing and stuff like that. But the team was able to diffuse that. Our CCRT team, they had 6 community outreach events. And they served over 100 citizens with supplies for reduction of harm for people who are users. Yeah, the Narcan, and then we got my bad. Also switch your hats real fast. So also, right, I do beach boxing and fitness. I do a free summer program called Guns Down, Gloves Up. So we're gonna be starting this year, July 6th. It's gonna be from 10 a.m. to 12 at 11 New Jersey Avenue. Looking for sponsors, looking for help. So if anybody got some money they trying to go our way, kids need gloves, headgear, mouthpieces, all that stuff every year. So, because we like to try to get them, especially headgear and mouthpieces, we like to get them new headgear, not headgear, but new hand wraps and new mouthpieces. So that way, they go home, they boil them down, and they fit them more to their mouth. So, and we like to try to keep that personal with each child, and like to have a couple extra ones over, because most kids end up losing them anyway, So last year we did 50 kids. This year, man, I'm trying to get 60 kids in, because we had about like 65 signed up. But then, I always do like a waiting list for the kids who can't get in, who missed the sign-ups. I ain't figured out the sign-up date just yet, but I will know before the next thesis, and I'll be letting all y'all know. But the program is definitely starting July 6th, 10 to 12. Contact. I don't know. I got cards. Y'all can email me at michael@snsj.org. Facebook, Instagram, Mike Hilton, and also my lovely wife Sylvia. And anybody can reach me, you can reach out to her. All right, appreciate y'all.
Can we have representation from TPD to report out? He look over there. Did he look over there?
She's a lieutenant, so she can stay over there. All right. Good evening, everyone. I have a report. I'm going to be talking about our stats. Our director, who could not make it this evening, wanted to report on our crime from last year versus this year. So homicides from 2025, we had, at this time of the year, we had 8. We're now down to 3. That's a 62. That's 62.5% decrease. Let's see. For sexual assaults, 2025, we had 11 at this time. Now we're at 8. So that's a 27.3% decrease. Robberies, last year around this time, we were at 88. Now we're at 41. That is a 53.5% decrease. Last year, ag assaults, we were at 177. And unfortunately, we're at 178, so we're around the same. That's the area we have to work on. Burglaries, last year we were at 128. Now we're at 122. Thefts, we were at 557 last year, and we're at 431 now. So that's a significant decrease as well. It's a 22.6% decrease. Auto thefts, last year we were at 164. Now we're at 152. In totals, 1,133 last year, and now we're at 935 total of all crimes in the city. I'll go over our individual stats for the North Ward specifically. This is the last 4 days. We have someone that actually tallies up everything and sends it to the state police, and this is the most recent report. So ag assaults in the North, this happened on 5/20. Someone got stabbed in the neck on the corner of Brunswick and Chase. Let's see. It was caught on surveillance. However, they have not apprehended the suspect or the offender. Let's see. We have 0 robberies in the North during that time. 0 burglaries in the North during that time. Thefts, we have 1 registration. So a tag was stolen. You gotta be mindful of that. I know back when I started patrol, people would steal license plates and they would use them to commit crimes. So imagine a temp tag, they put it over their existing tag, go and commit a crime. Somebody witnesses a crime, calls in the tag number. By the time they figure out everything, they're gone. So be mindful. If you lose your temp tag, don't just assume you lost it. Somebody may have taken it and committed a crime. And if you don't report it, now you're tied back to that crime. Let's see. We have motor vehicle theft. We have 2 in the North. Both were Hondas. Both were Hondas. In the past, it's been Hyundais and Kias. Kids were on social media teaching each other how to steal Hyundais and Kias with less than a minute. So they were using like the floppy drives that you save your documents on. They would literally rip out the steering column, stick the floppy drive in the area where the key would normally go, and start the car up. And it was actually like a celebration. They were sharing it all on TikTok and Facebook. So thank God for programs like The Hub. They'll be busy on Saturdays and during the weekends, so they won't be out there getting into trouble during the summertime. Let's see. So I have some. We had a graduation this past May. I think it was May 5th. Our Citizens Academy. This is the 10th year. 10th year. Community members are able to come out and learn exactly what we do as police officers. We haven't quite started ride-alongs yet, but if you would like to ride along with a police officer, we have gotten approval for it, but we haven't actually created a schedule. So there actually is a approval, a policy in place for a ride-along program, and that should be pretty fun. Lieutenant Stokes will be the driver. So if you actually are interested, you can actually email us, Community Affairs. Yeah. Once it's approved through our director, we'll get it out to the community on our social media page. But if you are interested, you can email us, communityaffairs@trentonpolice.net. And just, a little short note, I would like to participate in the ride-along program. That should be pretty fun. Obviously, you all won't be going on the shootings and the stabbings and all that. Probably riding around near the park. You'll get a chance to see the community from the lens of a police officer. We have a graduate of the Citizens Academy in the room. Can you tell everyone what your experience was like?
My experience was wonderful. I'm telling you, I just didn't realize everything that you actually have to go to be an officer. I know that the job can be challenging, but I really got more insight by taking this course. Just made me respect that they do a whole lot more. Made me understand why they do a lot of things that they do, and sometimes they question, what's actually happening. I was able to shoot a gun.
I was going to say, we have a simulated course where you actually shoot your weapon or you get shot. So what happened with you?
I died every time. I can handle paperwork. I don't know. out there,
Right.
no, it's not for me, so I really appreciate and respect you all. But I mean, really, if you wanna just give more insight and understanding of, police officers and law enforcement and why and how we protect us. You get to see so much. I
And
mean,
we talk about the real stuff. So all
Yeah,
cops, we
very
always
real.
say, and Lieutenant Stokes and I are both from Trenton, right, born and raised. All cops aren't good cops, right? So we talk about everything in that class, the good, bad, and the ugly. And what do you do? A lot of videos as
A
well.
lot of videos of real life events that happen in the city, and discuss that.
Right. We talk about nationwide incidents, how to properly advocate for yourself if you feel like your rights are being violated, how to go to internal affairs versus going to the police department. People who have, had situations across the state where they go into the police department assuming they're going to file a report and they have more of an issue. So we explain that process, what it looks like, how you can be able to go out in the community and teach others how to properly advocate. A few safety tips before I leave. Summertime is here. People are going to crack their windows on the first floor. Make sure when you go upstairs to go to bed at night, they're closed and locked. Make sure when you leave your home, they're closed and locked. People will, when they see you leave, go in your windows and go inside and take things, right? Or God forbid you're in the home and they come in, then we have a bigger issue. Your vehicles, you're gonna be going to shopping malls and various places during the summer. Ladies, if you have a purse, your Louis Vuitton purse, don't put it in the trunk once you get there, right? Do it before you get there because folks are watching you. So if you get out your car and put it in your trunk, they're gonna break your window and go in your trunk, right? So if you're gonna at least leave it in the vehicle, be smart about it. Don't leave valuables on your seats in your vehicles. Also, just remember to lock your car doors. Some folks, unfortunately, were leaving their car doors unlocked in certain areas of the city because they figure if they go in my car, at least they won't break my window. We just recommend that you lock your doors and make sure no valuables are anywhere in sight. Let's see. Last but not least, we have wheel locks. So remember the Hyundais and the Kias were hot ticketed item cars that were stolen last year. We have wheel locks at the police department. Don't be that person. It actually happened to us in Trenton where someone actually stole a vehicle and a wheel lock was in the back seat. So don't be that person who doesn't put the wheel lock on or doesn't ask for one and then your vehicle is stolen, God forbid. And yeah, you gotta talk to us. Oh, and also don't leave your vehicles running. 7-Eleven, gas stations, you run inside to buy something, you leave it running. If you come back out and your car is gone, you're getting a ticket and most likely a totaled vehicle. So please make good choices. And that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Shaw, can I piggyback off of the declaration there? I just want to attribute the decrease in the shootings and stuff like that to the officers. They've been really working hard.
Yes.
We're going through a lot, no contract and stuff like that. Even with that, with the low morale in the department, the officers did it. Nobody else did it, they did it. So I just want to
So thank you for those stats. Once again, it's all part of being everybody collectively, ecosystem. Everybody coming out and doing their part. That's how we do things as a community. So next, I'd like to have a report out from the city, the representative, to give a brief report out. So I'll call Augustus Bobbitt up here to report out.
Director, I got you.
Everybody gonna pay for this. Hey, you know I never look at no clock. I don't even want you to put that up. How y'all doing today? I just got about 5 things I wanted to talk about that's been happening in the city. And one thing I want y'all to know, we was at the Attorney General office yesterday. And it was about some stuff that's going to start happening in Trenton that I can discuss now. Some places gonna be cleaned up soon. But they brought y'all names up to Trenton Street. So I want y'all to know y'all was announced. That was the most detectives I've been around in that area for a long time. The top brass was there. So they did that, bring up the Trenton Street team about the great work they do and walking in the neighborhood. No, they was talking about that. That's that budget y'all worked. I agree to say that's that budget y'all worked out. Go ahead.
Accountability, buddy.
That's accountability. There you go. Anyway, we were just looking at some statistics from 1917 about the abandoned houses located in the city of Trenton. There was 3,500 abandoned houses located in the city of Trenton. Right now, we did another research where IOS was out helping us with also the inspectors had to go out on the weekends to do a count. Out of those 3,500 in 2017, we are down right down in the city of Trenton to 1,400 abandoned homes in the city. It just doesn't come from the city. It's come from a lot of great contractors. People are building in the city, and that is what's bringing it down. I was just talking to he was over here with another contractor about what we could do to start getting more homes for the citizens of Trenton. So that's a good number that had come down for years. Also, I could talk about a little down. The mayor has gone out, and we had a meeting with the governor. We are seeking, out of last year, I think it was 52 million. This year, we are seeking $60 million. So right now, yeah, it's going to go away quick. We ain't going to have it for maybe half a year. It'll be gone as soon as we pay the cops. She left, right? That was back. So anyway, so that is happening now. We haven't been having good conversations with the governor. We have street to street. I was just talking to the lieutenant governor yesterday. They called me up. So as the community affairs person for the city, they want to know what's going on in the city. So this is going to be the first time we have contact with the call. They came to talk to them, even though they disappeared on us as soon as they got in. They apologize for that. Also, the summer jobs has been filled. The applications came out in March. Every year, I know a lot of y'all tell the kids that are parents. Every city, every county, every state. If kids come home from college, they start putting out applications March the 1st. It's been going on for 20, 30 years. March the 1st is the date. I tell people this, they call in, they can go on the website. Nobody want to look at the website, but you'll go on Facebook. It's a website. They tell you the dates and time. So this year, another thing that happened, they cut the budget for the state has been cut. And y'all ain't seen nothing until 227. It's going to be a lot of cuts. Am I right? Again. But they cut the jobs from 300, which we was giving out, to 250. We had 200 kids for camp. They cut that down to 100. And I will keep telling people, it's not the mayor. The mayor's a figurehead. All we doing here, figurehead. Every mayor been a figurehead since Tony Mack. DCA tell us what we got to cut. Everything come from. Even the county, DCA is in that too. So they tell us how much money we can spend on what we can. The 250-year celebration will be happening on July the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th. We have a lot of participants. We are looking at some of our historical churches. We are looking at the pastimes of a lot of groups. There will be a parade at it's going to be a parade at Trenton City Hall. It's a mile parade because there's a lot of participants from lodges, all to the Divine Nine. We're going to have a culture. We're talking about Polish culture. We're talking about a Black culture, a Latino culture. So we had a chance, and we've been working on this since last year, trying to look at the history of Maria Trenton. So it's going to be a four-day event. Also, I had the mayor and I went to a meeting at Trenton Central High School, and this was disturbing to me. The Trenton Board of Education and the Vice Superintendent, Ms. Hope Grant. And she was telling us it was about absenteeism in the schools. Man, I already know kids cut class. We're looking at kids, junior high, to high school. But you know what the lowest number was? Kids from the first grade to fourth.
Yeah.
In the last 3 years, the percentage done went up to almost 45%. Of our kids can't get to school, elementary to fourth grade. Now you tell me, now if you're in junior high, we all cut. Trenton High, we didn't cut. But an elementary child from first grade to fourth cannot cut class. And what really pissed me off is the responses that they found out what people said. This one killed me. A fourth grade child or a third grade child saying, I don't want to go to school today, and the parents said, okay. When your child can tell a grown person what to do, you know we're in trouble when they don't want to go to school. And I don't know anybody sitting up here my age or younger, go ahead and tell your mom or your dad you don't want to go to school and watch what happens. Number two, they said they can't control their kids is because if they do something to them, diapers gonna fall. These are excuses, ladies and gentlemen. These are excuses. And then they talked about 3 parents. Their child did not come to school for 60 days. They called the mother, they went to the house, they had to call one of their cousins to get in touch with her. She said because her child didn't want to go to school, so she didn't answer the phone and she didn't have to go. When you talk about mental health, I think mental health to me is the #1 problem in this city and around. Because if anybody think like that and have a second grade child not coming to school with no education. And you know what I thought, another thing? Who do you think I thought missed more days of school from first grade to 12th? What race? A Latino race. No, the Latino race I thought, because a lot of these kids go to work. They leave school and then have to work for their family. The Guatemalan community, I'll be out there talking to the president. A lot of them have to work for their family, but it was the black race. 47%. 47%. And it's getting like 10% almost every year. For the last 3 years, what we had, 10%. So the job that y'all think y'all not doing, or somebody say y'all not doing, when y'all at these schools and talking to these kids, because I know this one right here, he talked to everybody, the traffic people, blocking me from coming to work. But when y'all engage to these kids, they need that. I'm trying to tell y'all take it serious. Y'all doing a good job now. You don't get publicity there. And he could tell you, if you're looking for publicity of what you love to do, you're not doing a good job. I've been doing this stuff for 37 years. And the thing about it, don't look for publicity. Because I always know one thing. You could walk down the street, you could be in Walmart, and you could go anywhere. Somebody's going to come up to you and say, you know what, great job.
Yes, sir.
I don't be on Facebook. I do my prayers in the morning. I do my prayer at night. I ain't got to show nobody. Damn, them my picture. I'm always taking pictures. You ain't got to do that. Just do the work. So I appreciate you, brother, as usual. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad to keep up the good work. And I went over 2 minutes.
So what we're going to do is do our partners report out, but first we're going to do our grantees report out. Before we do that, I just want to make one quick announcement. So we want to make sure that we put this out there for our partners. That means you all. On June 6th, we will be holding our 3rd annual march against gun violence. This is for gun violence awareness. This march is a collaboration with Moms Demand Action in every town for gun safety. The reason why we do this march is for those who are survivors of gun violence, and also for those who we lost to gun violence. We're intentional about this march. We're marching from Donnelly Homes. For those who know, someone was shot and killed in Donnelly Homes not too long ago. It happened to be right outside of our hub office. So this is personal. We'll be marching Donnelly Homes, down to Boulevard, all the way through areas that have been affected by gun violence. Once again, being intentional. We need your help. We need you to march with us. We need you to make sure that you spread the word. We have the flyers in Spanish and English. On there, you will also find a QR code. You scan that QR code, you register for the march, and you will also get a free T-shirt as well. We'll be getting started at 7:30 that morning, heading out for the march at 8 o'clock, marching all the way through different neighborhoods, and heading into Catwater Park, where we meet Moms Demand Action, and we're part of their programming as well. So once again, please spread the word. Please show up. Please be ready to march in some comfortable sneakers. I want to say one thing. Miss Hilton right there says she will be at the front of the line marching. And Mike said he'll be behind you in the car. Anyway. So, yes. So, before I let Mr. Trenton Talks go, I want to say thank you for marching 4 miles in high heels last year. Girl.
Say it again.
Girl. So, I want to have our grantees report out. They can report from their seats. I know Mr. Trenton Talks is 20 minutes overdue from having to be somewhere. So we'll allow Mr. Trenton Talks, a.k.a. Mama Lou, a.k.a. Mr. County, a.k.a. Mr. Make It Happen, go first.
Say my name. First off, I want to say I'm very grateful to receive a grant from Trenton Street Team to teach young individuals how to do that, which is pretty much making content, editing videos, just all the above. First I called the class how to do Trenton Talk, and I changed it now to just concentrate class. But we had a great session, great 6 weeks. Overall, some of the things I learned when it comes to content, everybody wants to make the content, nobody wants to edit it. Okay, so you can get in front of the camera and we can go for hours and hours and hours on making content and can get in front of there, but when it came to learning how to edit it was falling asleep. So what I did was I recorded the sessions for ongoing. We had Zoom classes and we had some person at my studio. As far as what I learned from the Zoom classes, I kind of learned what the teachers learned coding. You don't know if they listen or they on there. So what I started doing was encouraging more in person, picking up the kids to kind of be there more in person. We had a few setbacks where if it got nice outside, they kind of just go over the day. But we had a lot of great sessions. I recorded a couple sessions where they were doing live interviews with each other. I had a lot of people that were already into content creation that took it more serious. Whereas what I'm learning is different from mom signing you up and you signing you wanted to do this, right? So from my data, I seen the kids that were more so 14, 15, 16 that were pushing themselves to do it and stay longer than the kids that were 11 and 12, and mom said, "You're going to do this class." So overall, we had 6 total classes. I started with camera basics, then I did sports videography, whereas I had majority of signups from kids who just wanted to edit their highlights. We edited their highlights together so they could post them on Instagram. We had the editing class, which was just an hour of me telling them editing, interviewing and podcasting, and potty freestyle. So overall, we served about 17 kids in and out, meaning there were different mixes every week. The majority of our participants, half the participants Zoom, half of them are in person. If I would do anything differently, I would not do it on a Tuesday after school again. I think a weekend would be better during that time period. A lot of my kids will participate in sports as well. And also, a lot of people struggle with transportation more during the week based upon their parents' schedule. Right, but overall, it's a great learning experience. I still have the majority of the kids. We have an open studio policy. I still have a couple kids who need to finish editing their highlights. They're just like, hey, I got more highlights. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get you in there. You know, so yeah. So overall, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I learned a couple things, and I understand how hard it is to be a teacher. Thank you, guys.
Carmen House.
Good evening again. Blessed to be able to educate our inner youth in 2 locations, one being the Assembly Community Center and also the West Ward. Each of our workshops estimated to about 30 participants. It was a beautiful experience for us. We know that our kids are listening. You know, they are willing to learn. Some are easy to be redirected. Some of them may need more of consistency of redirection. To really understand the culture, what's going on in the home. We were blessed to hold 4 workshops. Our first workshop consisted of anger management and emotional awareness. It was more didactic. It was more, fill the room of what they know about anger versus aggression. Getting them to really understand that their body gives out their own warning signs. Coming from calmness, going all the way from being frustrated and bothered, being able to use their words outside of just saying I'm angry, maybe just be very frustrated, or just really hungry. Right, so that was one of our first things. Our second and fourth workshop was more engaging. We are blessed to have a music therapist on our team, so we kind of incorporated music therapy involvement to be able to express emotions. She does a great job. She should probably come here more often so you guys can hear, but I was blessed to have her join the team. We also incorporated yoga, children's yoga. Where we was able to purchase yoga mats. We were able to go home with posters, yoga coins, all on the strength of the grant everything. It was so impactful that they were asking for more. And like I said, we started at San Naples and reached all the way to the Westfield. And with you guys' blessings, we was able to make it there. Now they want to come out these Trenton. So it was great for you guys for giving us our first CD, a while ago. So thank you. And that was been fun.
My name is Kevin Baldwin, CEO of Mental Hope. I want to say thank you very short to the whole street team and the other team. I can get the names together. But I want to piggyback on something else. I live right on Carroll Street, so every time I leave in the morning time to go to work, I got to go by the little school over there. I see the guys, the Jason team out there, right? And I got to go across Southern Street Bridge to get by Martin Luther King Street. And I just want to say, give them guys some credit, but they really keep somebody from getting hurt over there. That's a bad street, and I see them in the morning time. And every time I see them, I feel good because I say, ain't nobody gonna get hurt today. That's what they out there. Looked out for, they're gonna be protected. Ain't nobody gonna, like, so they on the corner. I see them, I'm like, they just feel good to see men. Because I came from that Black Panther era and the Guardian Angels and all that. They used to float around. And that's what I'm starting to see now. That's coming out like that community that's like, I'm watching you. Don't touch our youth. That's our future. And that's what Men for Hope is about. We make sure our future, what we call our precious cargo, We want to make sure that without them, there is no future. I just want to get, because I know this guy for a long time. And all y'all, I see all y'all around, but y'all doing some great work, man, and just keep doing it. I'm proud to be a part of whatever y'all doing. That's why I come here. You know, we take the president.
Do we have any representation from Urban Container Farm? Anyone?
So I'm the director of Urban Container Farm. So our program was the HUB program. So initially, we wanted to reach out and service like a lot of students, but transportation and also the amount of people to service the students wasn't, it would have been efficient. And so we wanted to focus more on one student and giving them tutoring and mentorship. And so we had our tutoring at Kumon, Math, and Reading, and Lawrence. So the student, we assisted them to get into the tutoring center and also provide mentorship there. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey guys, I'm Victor Torres with the program Boxing and Brotherhood. So we had an 8-week program starting from February 19th to over to April 20th. So we did it in 11 New Jersey Avenue, Ike Williams Gym, from 2 to 4. And we started the first 5 weeks on Thursdays, then we switched it to Mondays, and then the kids really enjoyed it. We had about 35 participants, and we worked on stretching, warming up, then we worked on technique, then we hit the bag, and at the end of the program, I let them spar too, like technical sparring, not full-on sparring. And I also gave them each their own hand wraps. And at the end of the program, I'm gonna give them a healthy snack like Gatorade and granola bar, stuff like that. So it was a successful program. Only thing, I wish it was longer. Hopefully we continue next year or whenever it becomes available. So thank you guys. That's Trenton Community. And we also held a circle for one of the students that got injured outside the program. Not in the program. It was some other stuff, but we had a circle and talked about it, and he was able to express his feelings and also his classmates. So.
Last but not least, beach boxing. No, they say.
Oh man, you know that. Anyway, Mike, these boxing and fitness had a 6-week program for kids. Basically, teaching them boxing. But first, I want to say thanks to Perry. I'm sitting back here just thinking, right? I remember when I first get out the streets, and then R.I.P. Uncle Mark, man, he brought me to Perry down in a better way. He was out East Trenton, and I remember he was one of the first people to really give me my shot as far as to change my life and getting certified, certifications, all that stuff. So man, I know it's a lot going on, man, and I know I'm kind of going off subject a little bit, man, but it's just, I don't know, my heart just feel like, man, everybody's pretty prepared, man. Everybody prepared here, good dude, good solid dude, man. And, man, my program's cool, but man, I just want to mention flowers real quick, man. Thank you again, man. I really, truly appreciate you. You understand, see them kids to be able to, be able to come there and work out and go and express what they're going through. As far as some of them got anger problems, and just sometimes they just want to come in and just hit the bag. Sometimes they just want to come in and just work out, get on the treadmill. But to have people who really care, who've been doing this for years, it's been 20 years, almost 20 years now. I was so I started changing my life. So it's and it's been that long, man. I'm pretty sure you've been doing longer than that, though. But I ain't trying to say years. I've been out here for a long time. Churches for real, man. And people like that, man. We got really big flowers, man, while they're here, man. Yes. Thank you, man. I appreciate
Thank you, my brother. So I know I said last but not least, but that's a nice little segue to somebody who's representative for one of our other grant recipients. And that program was called That's My Brother. My brother.
I want to thank Perry too. Perry was definitely a big player in my life who like showed me how to like conduct myself and like keep my anger. He was working, him and Heather working at Cats, and they dealt with me. I was bad, but they really helped me shape my life and you know, just try to be the best thing. And now they gave my son this great opportunity. He started his own nonprofit called That's My Brother. He's an 18-year-old who graduated from STEM and he's now in college. So his goal for this program was to build a brothership with kids from ages 10 to 18. So it's sort of like sorority, like they had a pledge, but it was just to have support. Because when you build that bond and you're in the same age range, it's different than adults. So that's what he did. They did 8 weeks. They talked about mental health. They talked about fitness. They talked about how their role in the community. They came from different backgrounds. So they talked about family structures. And then they did that once a week, and then they would follow up with a trip. So when we talked about community, we went to Hall's Barbershop. Well, they went to Hall's Barbershop. When we talked about mental health, they went and made songs at the studio. When they talked about family, they went fishing with my father. So they had a great experience, a really good bond. The parents and the kids don't want the program to end. We're still trying to figure out how we can get it to go, but they will always have that bond.
Wonderful.
So two quick things before we move on to our partners report out. Number one, I just want to talk about the origins of the grant itself. The Trenton Community Street Team decided a long time ago to make sure that within our grant that we receive our funding, that we allocated funds specifically for grants for the community. A lot of times we have entities, organizations who want to try and do everything all at once, and that's impossible. That's how you have burnout. We want to be more effective and help to see grassroots organizations that are doing great work. A lot of times with grassroots organizations, they're doing it out of their own pocket, and they're tired, and they're stretched thin, and they shouldn't have to do that. Organizations need seed money so they can show proof of concept so they can go after bigger funds. A lot of times when you want to try to apply for funding or for grants, the first thing they ask is, has your program ever been funded before, or what is your data? We wanted to create something that provides data points for them so they can go out and apply for bigger money. We also wanted to create a collaborative effort so that way they can collaborate with other entities and other organizations that are applying for grants so they can be even stronger. We talked about grant writing as well. We wanted to make sure that we were able to be more effective as a collective. We heard all these different organizations talk about how many youth they work with together. That's more than one organization. That's multiple organizations. It's easier to do things as a fist, united, versus one finger pointing in one wrong direction. So I want to say thank you to the grantees. Thank you for all the work that you have done. And as far as funding, we're talking with different organizations and entities to try and get more funding, not having to wait another year, but waiting a few months, if not a few weeks. You all will be getting phone calls from different funding sources as well. So please answer the phone. Don't think it's scams. It's people who want to try and pour into your organization. And make sure you continue to collect the data. Data will be the lifeblood of your organization continuing to be successful. It's important. It's important. It's important. That being said, can we get our partners report out? I will start to my right. If you have anything to report out from the organization, please do so.
So, as you know, I work with the Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency here in Mercer County. So far this year, we are at 234 calls. That's domestic and sexual violence, along with strangulation. The majority of our calls are at Trenton PD. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not. It's actually a pretty good thing because that means people in the city are coming when they need help. So when we look at those numbers, and I see the numbers are high, I feel good about that because that means that people are not afraid to go to police when they have an issue. When I see places where it's very low, I'm a little leery about that because I know that there are things happening everywhere, right? Domestic violence, sexual violence doesn't have an age, a race, a gender, none of that. So it's happening everywhere. So I have to say, Trenton PD calls us all the time. Sometimes they even joke like they got beds there for me. I'm not trying to stay here. I'm in my own bed. But you know, we're there all the time. And sometimes it's like back to back to back. But that's okay. We don't complain about that because that means people aren't coming forward and they're calling us. There's police departments that we hear that are not calling. Victims come to court and say to me, I don't even know what an advocate is. Pisses me off, excuse me. Pisses me off because that is not okay. They have a right to be told that they can see an advocate so that we can give them resources so that maybe they won't keep going back to that relationship. So if you know of people or organizations and things like that that we can give resources to and talk to individuals, you know, it doesn't matter where it is. I'm willing to, me and my team can go anywhere, right? And we're trying to get out as many events as we can because this thing is serious and it's happening more than you know. It's happening all the time. So I'm grateful for being able to go out on community walks because sometimes, you know, we have people that say, oh, I met, you know, you on the street or, you know, things like this. These are the connections that we make. You know, going to table and events. These are connections that we make. So I'm always grateful for things like that. You know, we are having our annual banquet next week, which is our huge fundraiser where we try to raise money to keep our safe house open, keep all these things operational. And when we talk about safe house, our safe house only houses 8 families. We serve all Mercer County. That's disgraceful for me. So we need to raise money so we can try to get somewhere bigger that we can house more people. So it's nothing more disheartening to say to someone we don't have anywhere to go. That hurts, right? So that's what our fundraiser is about. But the biggest thing for me for this year's fundraiser is the Trenton Community Street Teams will be honored. You know, so it's like when we were talking about, you know, okay, we want to honor people. That was a no-brainer for me, right? And I said, they was like, oh, let's put some names. There's no names to put in the hat. Trenton Community Street Team, there it is. That's all. You know, because there's no, you know, at this stage in life of what we're doing, we don't need all these people who just want to be up there to be seen. I don't have time for that. I'm not spending money to come and sit there and look at you because you want to be a photo op. Nobody has time for that. I want people who actually doing the work. Those are the people that need to be seen, not the other people. We see them all the time. Don't want to see them. These are the people that's out here doing the work. So I'm excited that next Thursday they will be honored. I can't wait to see them all jazzed up and stuff. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this family.
Again, my name is Saquon Benton, Special Projects Manager at ILS. I run the arts department. So I'm here just reporting on 2 events that we're doing this year. It's the second time we are hosting these events. So we're doing Art on Front, which is going to take place on Front Street and in Millville Park. It's going to be a celebration of arts and culture. So we have a bunch of artists who will be selling art. We have vendors. We have a bunch of performers. Food, games, bounce houses. This event is for families, all ages. There'll be hands-on workshops for people to attend and interact with. Also, we are planning a double Dutch competition. It's our second year hosting this competition as well. Double Dutch is real nostalgic to Trenton and to Black culture. And it's something that I wanted to see happen. It was something I seen happen when I was a kid, and now that I'm in this position, I'm going to bring that back. So we'll be hosting that competition. This event is centered around health and fitness and wellness. So we're going to have like a yoga and meditation and sound bath session. We're going to have a workout session. We're also going to have Trenton Run Club is going to host a walk/run during this event as well. And then also every Wednesday we are meeting at 120 East State Street. So this is an opportunity for people who are interested in being part of the double dutch competition. If you want to just learn, if you want to get more experience, if you want to come jump, it's an open jump. It's open to the community. We do this every Wednesday from 5:30 to 6:30.
I'm reporting out for the Health Care. We have a new program, which is called CORE, which is a cardiac opportunities for resilience and environment program, which helps Trenton residents who are short in Medicaid and diagnosed with cardiovascular disease such as high blood pressure, congestive heart failures, and ability to get on different services, wraparound services. We do have flyers in the back that has the contact people, Lizwana Anderson, and then she is second. So please get a flyer, it's for feedback, and reach out to them if you know any topic.
Is that the core program you talking about? I'm working on that too. You can reach out to me also.
Bring the heels.
Hi, I'm Denny Higgins. We're running a group once a month now called Are You Job Ready? We're doing it at 10 Wood Street. Anybody who you think would like to benefit from this, just please send the information to me and they can come. It doesn't have to be a part of the program or anything. Our whole purpose is to help them find their purpose. And so we're offering this. Now, when people apply, and we modeled this over what the street team did when we applied for grants, and you all get to fill out a business plan and everything. Even if you don't get the grant, you're getting all that free information because you grow. Well, we have everybody who wants to be involved. There's two simple exercises. It sounds really crazy, but it works so well. One is you put 20 people who know you and get them to give you one positive word. Right? You collect these positive words. It's really good to get positive words from other people and people who know you. So then they take those 20 words and group them together in the top 4 or 5 and make the most sense to them. Those are the core strengths. Those are things that you transfer from any of it. Because in 1986, it said you're going to have 2 different careers in your life, not jobs. You need to know your core. You need to know what the hell you are, what's the essence of who you are. Get this from other people, and then you take it, and then you need to give yourself 2 examples where you've done that. It shifts the whole focus from me telling you that you're good at something to you telling you and owning it. It's free. It's been free forever. I stole it a long time ago. And he said, please steal this. And the other thing is you answer these questions. And the street team all did this so they can talk to you about it. And you answer these questions that Steve and Cody put together about what's important, what do you value, and then you come up with a purpose statement for yourself. So everybody who wants to get into any of our programs, we're going to send this to them free to do, even before, if they don't get into the program for whatever reason, they still have it as a gift that we want to give to you. And we are modeling after what you did with the grants. It's just was so obvious to me. Why not change people's minds about how to manage their lives, how to manage their money? So we're going to do it once a month. And if sometimes when people can't come to the site, they're going to try to see what we're doing. Well, once a month, are you job ready? And what I mean is, what obstacles do you have? And define specifically so each one of those obstacles. It's not enough to say you have an obstacle. You have to have a plan. So that takes you from being reactive to proactive. Right? People are giving away their power all the time because they don't understand that they have this ability inside of them to understand themselves. So we were inspired by you guys. We're playing, sending it forward. Okay. Once again.
Thank you, Ms. Denny.
Hi, I'm Rima Holly. I'm going to talk fast. I've got 4 different organizations I'm here on behalf of, all of which I work with on a regular basis. So I'll start with 120 East State. That's the big Presbyterian church in the middle of town. It's becoming a nonprofit, and this summer we're going to have a visitor zone And we're gonna be giving tours, in conjunction with the 250th anniversary of the country. There's gonna be activities and, notices are going out soon. Important for all of you guys, there's tour guide jobs available. So please go to our website and apply for these jobs. These are grant funded, so there's money involved and a really great opportunity for people who care about the city of Trenton and the history of Trenton. We also have internships available. These are voluntary internships. These are not paid, but they may work into a paid job as time passes. What we're trying to do is get the place set so that we're almost ready. We almost have all the money we need for the renovations to open it up as a Trenton Community Center. Organization number 2, Moms Demand Action. I'm the founder of Moms Demand Action in Mercer County. I just found out it was our 10th anniversary. Today was the first activity I did 10 years ago. Of course, we're co-hosting the Street Teams Walk, and there's going to be the party in Orange when you get to Cadwallader Park. There's going to be a big party, fun games, all that stuff. We are sharing the walk with our volunteers. There should be a really good turnout, as it always is, from our moms volunteers. In conjunction with Wear Orange, what we do every single, and if anybody doesn't know what Wear Orange actually is, I can fill you in on that. But in conjunction with Wear Orange, we ask every municipality in our county to declare Gun Violence Awareness Day, and the Trenton is doing that at 2 o'clock tomorrow at City Hall. So if you could be there, that would be great. It's literally a 3-minute commitment. You show up, you stand there, we take a picture, and then we go. But that picture goes out all over the country. Actually, and it'll be fairly prominent among stuff. Next, the Mercer. I serve on the board of the Mercer County Commission on the Status of Women, which is one of the committees that the county executive has created. This one's actually been around for a long time, but we're revitalizing it. And one of the things we've been tasked with is to, all of you are doing such good work. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. So one of the things we have been tasked with by the county executive is to figure out where the holes are, whether they're small or whether they're big, and report back to him. We're supposed to be there, his eyes in the community. To that end, I actually had a table at the Sisters in Strength Mind, Body, and Community Health Fair last week at Joyce Skimmer School, which was a phenomenal event. That was from the Delta Sigma sorority, and phenomenal event.
I was there.
And I was there. And so if you guys have feedback for me that I can pass on through my organization, through my commission to the county executive, he wants to do good stuff. I mean, he came to our meeting, he is committed. I found out, I did not know this, but Unity came from our organization. I didn't know that, like many years ago. It started with a seed from the Mercer County Commission on the Status of Women, which was kind of interesting. And then finally, the United Mercer Interfaith Organization, I'm on the board of this organization. We're co-hosts for for the walk and the party in Orange. Every year what we do, and I create a booklet, and we remember the people who were lost to violence over the past year. We say their names. It's really important that we say their names and they're not forgotten. So I'm creating that booklet right now, and we will be doing at our annual, at the event in Trenton, we'll be saying the names of the people who've been lost. And I'm so happy to report that the book is small this year. Yay. And we will say the names and remember the victims of violence over the past year. I am done.
Well, good to hear that you enjoy Sisters in Strength. I am a Delta. That was our chapter. We revitalized it. We have done it in a long time. So I'll give the positive feedback. We have done chapter 6 and 8 here. Mercer County Community College. I stood here about 2 years ago when I was director. I'm now the dean as of November. And I kept saying, take the word college off if we're not going to have this campus also have college degrees. So since that time, as of this fall, we will now be able to complete the liberal arts degree at the James Kearney. arts. But since that time, we too had the opportunity with the liberal arts department and dean to write for a grant. We did get it. So we got to keep it in this space because they don't want us to advertise yet because they aren't ready. But we received a good grant. We received a Mellon grant. We received an Achieving the Dream grant. So we're just one of 5 colleges in the community college. It's all about the humanities. You have to be humanities based. And so with that, we were already going to do the launch of our liberal arts degree completion at the James County campus, because you can start any degree here, but we couldn't complete it. And so the path towards completion for liberal arts, but with that grant, and that grant money would be specifically spent here. So with the launch of that, we are launching what we're calling the Trenton Scholars Project. So this, and then the spark of the Prince being right over there, you know, we got to use that parking lot. So with the grant and how we packaged it, is that students, once they obtain at least 12 credits, we will then have an internship component class. And that the internship will help need some placement or need to outreach to others in terms of placing students, like maybe for next summer. And that with the grant, students will then receive $1,000. So we'll have increments of them getting money, you know, as an incentive to stay with the student, but also to get them to different points in their life. So as you think about liberal arts major, what would that look like? So anybody who wants to major in sociology, psychology, to be a counselor, to be a social worker, anyone who's a natural writer, wants to be an English major, all those things fit under the umbrella of a liberal arts major. And so we're connecting it, and we will do all those connecting points with Trenton. You know, we want to expose students to our library or sit in the session, you know, at Capitol or something like that, and then hope that the graffiti museum will open up. And we've been using more of our gallery, and so we're going to integrate all the arts. This is a humanities-based project. And so you'll hear more about it. We haven't had any of our marketing things happen yet, but this is the flyer. We're going to have our first information sessions on June, so June 2nd and June 13th. So you know if anyone interested, especially if you're brand new, right out of high school, haven't done college, going to do college, thinking about liberal arts, have them come, find out more about the program. The flyers are over there. Thank you.
I'd like to first say thank you to the partners in the room tonight for helping us host the mental health fair. Thanks to the Trenton, thank you to the Alicia, Trenton Street team for that support as well. Thank you, Seth, for helping me out. So what we have actively again is the background services. That's drug individuals who are struggling with opioid abuse, drug use. We are able to meet with them, find out their needs, and try our best to work on the handoff. We do have transportation funding if they need to detox to treatment. We definitely utilize our transportation for that. We are 998 South Broad Street, Mondays and Thursdays. We pick up the phone any time. We can do telehealth. And management, we do that on adults. First Tuesday of the month. Then that, for your party sober event, September 19th. The calendars for us, come out the table, free event table, giving out free resources. So it's very fun. That's what I have.
Anything, sis? My brother?
I'm good, my name is Richard, yeah, very pleased and thank you for welcoming me here. Everything that I heard from the street team and everyone is just right up my alley. I've got a passion for it. And I've been doing what I've been through. One day, to be your story. So I appreciate you all.
We appreciate you, my brother. Once again, brother, welcome home. So, I think we came to the end of our meeting. I try to keep it a short period of time. I know we ran over a little bit. I do apologize. I just want to leave you all with a charge. And that charge is to
continue to do what you're doing. Continue to spread the news. Continue to collaborate. Continue to have hope. Continue to pour into our youth. Continue to show empathy for our community. I know a lot of you are out there struggling, but still giving your last. And we thank you for that, because our city deserves it. I want to say a prayer for all of you, and you all can say a prayer for our city, because we need it. With that being said, look forward to seeing you all next time, on the 18th, which will be our last thesis until school starts back. Once again, June 18th. See y'all then.
Same prayer for Mr. Perry too.
Yeah, everybody,
He is not
excuse me, everybody, real quick. I just asked, I personally asked everybody just point their right hand in this man's direction, please. Give grace to 75. We just thank you once again, Lord. We thank you for Mr. Perry, Lord. We thank you for my brother, Lord, my friend. Lord, just cover him and his family from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, Lord. You know his heart, Lord. You know his drive, Lord, but you also know his pain, Lord. Lord, and we turn it all over to you right now, Lord. Lord, give this man peace and allow him to rest, Lord. Just be with him and his family and all of us, Lord, as we leave this place, but never your presence. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you, God.